How do you play sports with a calm mind? I remember when I was a junior in high school, my basketball team made it to the championships. And about 2 minutes into the game, my hands were shaking. I wasn't able to catch the ball. So I got subbed out and I was very emotional. I was like, why can't I catch the ball? What's going on? My brain was racing. I had a lot of bad self-negative talk on why I'm not performing well. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, because not only is having a calm mind good for you personally, but it will also help you be more successful in your sport. The first thing we're going to look at is we're going to identify what is making you not have a calm mind. And then we're going to look at how to have a calm mind. And then I'm going to hand you some of my personal experience of what I do before and after games, and even on the off times when I practice, to have a calm mind when I get into high pressure situations. First, we need to identify why our brain isn't calm. And this can be for several of reasons. One could be that you just have a lot at stake. It's either a championship game or even just in a normal game. You feel a lot of pressure to perform well, to either make it to the next level or get more playing time. One for me was I was getting a lot of video at that time, and so I needed to perform well to possibly get recruited to play college basketball. Another reason could just be parents putting pressure on you, or relatives, and it's not even that they are putting pressure on you necessarily, but you want to perform well, you want to prove yourself. Now, since we have identified why our brain isn't calm, we need to look at how to make our brain calm. And the first thing I want to look at with this is our confidence. In every situation that I just listed on why your brain might not be calm, it has to revolve around your confidence. For example, if you are super pressured by your parents, or just you want to perform well for other people, you need to have a confidence in yourself personally, not necessarily even your skills, but yourself personally, that you don't care what other people think about you, even if you don't perform well one game, because it ultimately doesn't really matter and you can perform well the next game. The second type of confidence is physical confidence. And one thing that a lot of people say about this is, think about this hypothetically, like close your eyes and just imagine yourself making all the shots and everything. And personally, I haven't found that super helpful. And actually, I found that to be harmful. For one reason is because you have this idea of what you think you can do, when in reality, you can't do that. Like if you're imagining you're just going to be dunking on people and you can't do that, then it's ultimately going to be a letdown. So the best way that I have found to increase my confidence in my skills is, one, to practice a lot of them, but not just practice a lot of them, because I feel like there are a lot of times we just shoot shots and yeah, we start to make some, but our confidence doesn't actually increase. Our confidence increases when we mentally think about, when we are shooting the ball, that we are in a game. And so a lot of that is having in-game shots, not just having spot-up shots. If it's possible to have a hand in your face and have a head in your face. And a lot of times I will envision, when I'm practicing, me being on the court with other defenders, people clapping, people cheering, and then when I hit the shot, my reaction is going to be the same as if I'm in the game, and I'm going to pretend like I did just hit a shot in the game. That's one of the big ways to increase your confidence. Another way is to play with others. Play people better than you, play with people that is on your team. I know this can be difficult, especially for where you're at and what's happening, but I mean, at least find like a park and just play whoever is there. Okay, now since we have looked at how to be confident, I want to look at our pregame routine. And this is a huge way to increase your confidence right before a game. Everyone has a little bit of a different pregame routine. We can see that through several great NBA players to great college players. Some players need to listen to really hype music and just lock in and be alone and just do drills, and that works for a lot of people. But personally, something that works well for me is having like chill music on, joking with friends, shooting some crazy shots, just to loosen up my brain and mindset so that I can have fun while I'm in a game. And ultimately, that helps me perform better. When I start getting tense and starting to get too caught up in personally my performance, that's when I start not to play as well. Another thing for a pregame routine is we need to be shooting those in-game like shots to increase your confidence. Make sure you're getting a feel for the ball with your handles and shots, and that's ultimately going to help increase your confidence right before a game. Another aspect of this pregame routine that is super helpful for me and a lot of other players is having a time to get away and meditate a little bit, especially if you're super anxious. And one way you can do this is 3x4 breathing, which is 4 seconds breathing in, hold it for 4 seconds, and then 4 seconds breathing out. And if you do this 3 or 4 times, this will calm your nerves and just help you have a more calm demeanor. Now, since we have looked at why your brain might not be calm, we've also looked at how to make your brain calm. I'm gonna hand you some of my personal experience of what works for me. Ultimately, that's gonna be different for everyone. And so the first thing is that, again, I like to have that calm time before a game. I like to shoot shots in game and not really think about the hypothetical too much. I also like to just have fun, shoot some crazy shots, and chill out and have a relaxed demeanor before the game. As well, for me personally, something that really helps me have a calm mind is having my mind focused on God. And for me, I know that He sent His Son to die for me, and He rose again so that I can have eternal life if I believe and follow in Him. And so I need to be looking at my main purpose before I go into a game and while I'm in a game. And for me, that main purpose is ultimately showing others Christ's love and glorifying His name through my sport. Don't be discouraged if you don't have a calm mind all the time, because it's a very hard thing to master, but the more you implement these steps, the more you realize what's making you not have a calm mind and then how to fix it. Ultimately, you're going to start getting a lot better at having a calm mind.